Good morning and welcome to Western Norway. I'm at the top of a mountain, down there is a fjord, and off to my left is a restaurant called Eagle's Nest. What a perfect place to start, and I can imagine in the next couple of hours we might actually catch some eagles flying around because it is absolutely spectacular. The weather is coming in, I'm getting my vocal cords ready. Now that is a way to start the video, because behind me we've got the IONIQ 6. This is the first time that I'm ever going to drive this car, and we are filming a special episode with the IONIQ 5 and the IONIQ 6 with Hyundai, and I'm meeting up with an ultra marathon runner called Johan, or Johan, don't really know how to pronounce it, a Swedish ultra marathon runner living in Norway, and we're going to be creating an episode talking about batteries in the cold weather. And it is definitely cold because my hands are starting to freeze up, but I've got a script, so let's get practicing. Now for my videos I have an external mic attached to a GoPro Hero 9, sometimes a 10 depending on how I'm feeling. Today I've got the mic on inside my jumper now, and well, we're framing up. So this is what I'm going to be driving with. 3 GH5s. I mean, this is pretty epic. This is just going to be lighting me up, which is actually ideal because the light outside isn't that good. But hey, I'm in the IONIQ 6, everyone. This is rather smart. Kind of similar to the IONIQ 5, especially the digital display here, but I'm going to be getting accustomed and used to this car. I'm just quite excited because the shape of it's a much more sportier version of the IONIQ 5, and I've heard that it's got quite a lot of punch.
Yeah. I'll send the car
production
back down to here.
is big.
And
very
Camera
professional.
car won't be here, but at least you'll be away. You'll be out of our shot, out away from camera.
Here, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want an easy up left here, so that you can easy up with some weights, so you can pop that up?
Yes, please. Yeah, that'd be lovely. Sorry, am I not being very helpful?
No, you're absolutely fine. No, you do your thing.
Okay, I didn't know whether you want me in like a driving position so that I'm kind of framed up properly rather than being an idiot with a camera. Now, I have visited various parts of Norway, but there's no barrier here. That is just straight down, and look at that road that winds through. We've got beautiful stretches of tarmac, an IONIQ 6, and I'm slowly brushing myself up on the script. And the funny thing is now, I've got a mic down here, so the sound guys that have the headphones in will be able to hear everything that I'm saying. But it is an impressive crew, an amazing project to be a part of, and I'm just bringing you guys along for the ride to give you a bit of a behind the scenes. So this is the camera car that I'm doing car-to-car stuff with. A little bit different to my usual YouTube videos, but that camera on the front is probably, I mean, the whole car is probably worth £500,000 or something around there.
Whenever I see something, I'll try and call it, and if not, just stay with us.
Perfect. Depending on how much throttle input you give, I'm not too sure whether we're going to be able to capture it. I'll do my best. But here we go.
Talked about making this a bit more dynamic, Paul.
Oh yes.
I think what we mean by that is mostly camera work, like we're going to move the camera a bit more.
Okay.
And I think we don't want you too far away. So just stay reasonably close, and yeah, we'll see if we give you any instructions at all.
So at the moment, we are getting the camera ready. I can't really get it, but anyway, we've got some guys that are operating the camera in the car in front. I've got my instructions through the walkie-talkie here. We're on a closed road. It is super impressive, this entire setup and the entire production in general. And this road is absolutely beautiful. So we're able to kind of have the place to ourselves and essentially go up and down as many times as we want. And I get to drive the IONIQ 6, which I am thoroughly enjoying. But the sound of it that comes out of the interior is just sounds like a spaceship. Just make sure the car is in park, because I don't want it rolling off the side of the mountain. We've done 2 or 3 sections now, and the rain is already hitting my lens. But yeah, what a cool car. Very relaxing, and we're driving at quite slow speeds, but what a view. I'm gonna have to go and take a photo of that. It's just every angle that we get up here. I just said on camera in there, it feels otherworldly around here. But yeah, it's a little bit windier now, a bit rainier. Got portable loos here because everything is so remote. But the one thing we don't need is charge stations because, well, everyone's very relaxed about how much driving we had a 90-minute drive this morning from the hotel to location number 1. But I tell you what, I would love to strap up some running shoes and go for a run around here. I can imagine up in this high altitude the oxygen levels will be a little bit slimmer, but yeah, have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen, the IONIQ 6. We have stopped off for some lunch. Right here the crew are having some food, but I've come out to the balcony whilst there isn't anyone here. It is raining a little bit, or at least the water's coming off the roofline, because the view has cleared and it is absolutely spectacular. You can see why this place is called the Eagle's Nest. I'm not entirely sure whether that is what this restaurant actually translates to, or whether that's just the code name that our crew have called it, but yeah. Look at that road. That is beautiful, down into the valley, clouds coming through the valley here, and then you've got the end of the fjord there that goes out all into that direction over there. But literally as we arrived, that was our view. Literally cloud cover, visibility of 20 meters, and as we've just been sat and having some lunch, it has cleared up. So post lunch, the weather has come in. We've just been down in this beautiful location overlooking this lake that I'm going to try and get a better picture of. But we've just wrapped up all of the script, and that last bit was a lot of back and forward conversation where myself and Joran, who I should really get on camera, he's hiding in one of the cars. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Joran. Is that the way to pronounce it?
Almost there. Göran.
Joran. And so he is my co-presenter who is telling his story as an endurance runner, trail running, mountain running here in Norway. And having seen you run, I need to work on my technique, guys. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this all looks finished, because the way that it's been shot hasn't been in order. It's been you in one location, me in another, and it's all going to get brought together, showing Johan, I suppose, running in cold temperatures, and then also learning a little bit about how cars with batteries run in cold temperatures as well. So it's been an absolute pleasure. So much fun.
Thanks for a good collaboration.
It's been very, very fun. It's been quite a long 24 hours, but these guys have been on a shoot for what, 2 weeks, I think. Have a quick look over this. I'm gonna try. Oh, I've already got my shoes muddy. Hopefully these rocks aren't too slippery, because this is the view. Pretty epic, and yes, there are a lot of water droplets in my lens, so I'll clean it up and flick the camera around. So Joran went off and ran around there, and I think for the film he's going to continue around there and up some of these mountains, but with the low forming cloud down here, everything looks incredibly moody. We've got a beautiful waterfall down there, an interesting road here, but the scenery is like, it's not from this planet. It's really weird to describe. It's almost like the Scottish Highlands on steroids, and I love the Scottish Highlands. So this, I mean, it is absolutely barren. We are pretty much the only people here. This is the entire crew, and my hands are absolutely freezing. So actually, I quite like the idea of a mini photo shoot, plugging a kettle in. So basically, the car can take normal appliances and use the electricity from the car to then use these appliances. And I'm pretty sure you would have seen some of the YouTube videos with the Hyundai IONIQ 5 and maybe even the IONIQ 6 with some people testing that out. We're going to do it with a kettle so that I can make a nice warm drink, and I am absolutely freezing. We are approximately 850 meters above sea level, and I think with the wind it's probably around 0 degrees. Not quite snowy conditions, but cold enough to make your fingers feel like they're about to drop off. What a day. We've arrived at the hotel and the time is now, don't know whether you can see that, 11 11 p.m. after the sun went down and we lost light approximately 6:30, 6:45. We jumped in the cars, headed down into the fjord, had a little snack, a break, and got ready for a 2.5-hour transfer to the hotel by the airport. And whilst we were up in the mountains, it was so remote, almost felt like we were on another planet. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that earlier on in the video. To come back to a relatively normal looking Norwegian town on the coastline, getting ready for 2 flights back via Amsterdam to head back to London Heathrow, trying to process everything that has happened today. It has been such an exciting project to work towards, having a script sent over, having to work out the wardrobe, and coming together with this huge production crew, which I really wasn't expecting, has been so much fun and incredibly rewarding to be a big part of this project. And I cannot wait to see the finished article. And I'm pretty sure this video is going to go live when the Hyundai video drops too. So yeah, I will leave a link in the description. Time to head back to London and pick up with some really exciting stuff that I know you guys are going to be super excited for, because I cannot wait to kick things off with all of the travel that I've got going on. So a very fleeting visit to Norway, but not the last time that I'm going to be here. And I'm going to leave the video there. Hopefully you have enjoyed this behind the scenes of something a little bit different and something I don't get to do all that often, but I'm very aware that my voice is quite